So, I'm gonna be ranking red flags. Okay? So this is like a tier list, but it's slightly different. Okay? You know normally how you would just drag stuff and put them in? I basically just select an option out of deal breaker, bad but manageable, not awful, doesn't really matter, kind of a good thing, definitely a good thing. And you can also see what other people have voted. What's up, Lexi? So I'm going to be treating these red flags as a guy for a if I was going into a relationship, basically. Okay? So that for context, that matters, okay? So obviously it's going to be different for everyone. So, you know, the first one's smoking, for example, okay? First one's smoking, right? Now, if I'm dating someone or seeing someone, right? And they start smoking, right? That's immediately a deal breaker for me. Immediately a deal breaker. Like, no. I don't vibe with smoking. You do you, but for me, nah. Nah, it's not it. So that's that. Done. You agree? Thank you. First for anime, men or women? I think it's bad but manageable. Or is it not? It's bad but manageable but not awful. I think it's one of that. It's not a deal breaker, but it's like it's one of these. It's a bad. You know what? I'm gonna. Not really a problem. I mean, it depends. I'm gonna go with not awful. It's not the end of the world, you know. Sex addict. Why is deal breaker number one? Why is deal breaker 27%? This is 100% definitely a good thing. What? Why is this no, I'm sorry. Why is deal breaker number one? Why is deal breaker number one? 27% is crazy, by the way. Huh? You know what? I'm voting and we're moving on. We're moving on. I guess in public, no. Obviously, it's not just going to be in public. Obviously, not going to be in public. What's up, Hayde, as well? I know it's been a while. It's been a while. But I'm consistent this month. Streamed every day. I'm gonna go with green. Definitely not a deal breaker. Hot chips / spicy food. I'm assuming they mean crisps. I think that's a kind of a good thing. It's definitely a good thing. If they're into hot chips and spicy food, yeah, that's what I'm into as well. 100%. No, it's definitely a good thing. It's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. Office fan. I've not really watched The Office, so it doesn't really matter to me. Doesn't really matter. A Friends fan. Again, I've not watched Friends. Like, I've watched Friends in terms of when it was on TV, but I don't actually know what season I've watched, what episode I've watched. So again, doesn't really matter to me. Walking Dead fan. I've watched Walking Dead. Again, this is something that I like. It's not a red flag or anything. Like, again, doesn't matter. Netflix original fanatic. Again, doesn't matter. All these about TV shows and stuff, doesn't matter. Attraction to serial killers. Yeah, no, that's a problem. There's just... What do you mean by that? That's a problem. That's definitely a problem. That's really bad. Yeah, I'm happy that 64%... Wait, just deep this, right? Nah, it's green. Jamil, are you okay? Let's just deep that 4%, 188 people, sorry, to be precise, voted definitely a good thing. 188 people said it's a good thing. Definitely a good thing, sorry. And then 144 said kind of a good thing. 222 said doesn't really matter. 336 said not awful. 823 said bad but not manageable. Nah, man. It's bruh. Wait, that's actually so funny. I said bruh. And then the next one is girl who says bruh. Girl who says bruh. I think that's kind of a good thing. It doesn't really matter, but I think it's kind of a good thing. I don't think that's a deal breaker. I think it's kind of a good thing. I don't know why. I feel like they're into memes and stuff. But yeah, it really doesn't matter. I'm gonna go under doesn't matter. You know what? Nah, you know what? Because we haven't filled. I wanna give it. It's kind of a good thing. It's just like they're into, the meme lingo. So we'll go with that. Pick me, boys or girls. Is that pick me? It's a bit annoying, isn't it? It's a bit jarring. It's not the greatest. It's pretty bad. It is bad. Deal breaker. Red. I mean, it is the highest voted. I mean, it's definitely not good. I'm in between bad but manageable, but deal breaker. I'm like, can it be manageable? Not on a daily basis. It'll be manageable for like a day, but then after that, I CBA. So I would want to say red. What's up, Squid? Yeah, it's a deal breaker. I agree. Dream SMP fan. Bad. What's up, Matty? So if my girl was a Dream SMP fan and they would constantly, it's not a deal breaker because everyone has their interest. It's bad but manageable. I think it's bad but manageable for me personally, but it's not awful as well. It's not a deal breaker. It's like, it's not bad. It's not awful. I personally would say it's not awful. Could you imagine eating dinner to Dream? No, Dream SMP is the whole server. It's not just Dream themselves. It's like it's like, the whole I'm assuming it's the Minecraft server, right? I might be wrong. I'm gonna say it's not awful. In and out of relationships. I mean, that's a deal breaker. What? That's like 100% a deal breaker. Like there's no other choice. It's just red. Like that's one of the easiest ones. How have people voted like what? Communication issues. I think bad but manageable makes sense here because communication originally, probably in most relationships and stuff, they're not 100%, but you manage them, right? If they're bad, you manage them. I feel like deal breakers are, it depends how dumb the communication is though. If it's like something where you genuinely just like don't want to chat to them, then yeah, obviously it's a deal breaker. But I think bad but manageable. 100% bad but manageable. Comprehension issues. Again, bad but manageable, I think. Doesn't matter though. It's not awful. Doesn't matter. That's what you're saying, Lexi. Manageable. I'm trying to think. To be honest, I think it's not awful. Nah, it's not. Yeah, it's not awful. It's not awful. Only texts you at night. Wait, so I mean that's kind of a deal breaker. Like if my girl would only text me at night, not during the daytime, that's no. It's just that. What's the point? No. Disrespects, yeah, nah. Disrespects their own parents, yeah, nah. GG. I ain't even discussed in the red. Describes their exes as crazy. Honestly, if I'm being honest, doesn't really matter. To me, it doesn't matter. Like, sure, doesn't matter. Because like I'm stepping forward with someone, right? I will judge the person I'm with. Like, I don't really need to. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, they can tell me the story, whatever. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. They cheated in the past. Yeah, no, that's a GG. That is going into a relationship with a cheater is long. Something I could never do. Just because, yeah, it's GG. GG. Guilt tripping, 100% deal breaker. There's going to be so many deal breaker. Hiding the relationship. Okay. This one has a lot of layers to it. This is bad but manageable. It's not a deal breaker. It's bad but manageable. The reason I say this is because I know there's a lot of cultural issues, religion issues and stuff that end up occurring. It's not the greatest, but it's manageable. It is a deal breaker in a sense. I could never do it. But it also, like, this has a lot of context. Like, it depends what you mean by hiding. If it's like, if you mean hiding, like, you don't want to go public, that's calm. Like, as in, like, on social media, that's perfectly fine. So it depends what it means. I don't, like, you see what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people that don't want to go public with their relationship, keep it secret. I think that's perfectly fine. So I feel like it depends on what context you mean by hiding the relationship. If it's like, oh, you're not going to tell any of your friends or any of your family members, then it's a bit, then it's like, what the hell are you doing? So I don't actually know what to put this on. Because if it's like social media wise, then I think it's kind of a good thing and doesn't really matter. If it's based on like family, friends, whatnot, then it's kind of bad. Deal breaker. So I might put this on not awful, just because I'm in the middle of two contexts. Judge it by my POV. Yeah, but what POV am I judging this on? Depends what reason they're doing it for. They might have really strict parents. That's what I'm saying. Context really matters onto this. Like, really, really matters. Like, 100% matters. Yo! Math with the freaking 5 months. Appreciate you, man. My lady, appreciate. I actually updated my sub badges. I've got my emotes coming in through. I'm gonna put this on like, I'm gonna put this in not awful because I'm in between both. Constantly making you feel dumb. Is this a deal breaker? It's not the greatest, is it? I think this is kind of manageable because, like, I would if it's in the context of them making you dumb, but it's kind of like jokey, I don't mind. But if it's like seriously, like, I don't know, I open the door in a weird way, but I don't actually open the door in a weird way, but they constantly like, no, that's bad, and then just, I don't know, judge every purchase you make or something. I don't know. Get what I mean? Then it's a deal breaker. But I'm gonna put it under bad but manageable. Needs to be reassured frequently. Honestly, this is kind of a deal breaker to me. Something to reassure constantly, like every day, is long. I can't deal with that. I ain't dealing with that. This is a deal breaker to me. Like, it's fine, like, you know, once in a while or something, like, you know, you've had some bad moment, but constantly just being reassuring, no, this is not deep, no, this is fine, no, this is okay, I can't, I give up. It's frequently, not every day. Yeah, but then again, like, frequently can be every day. Yeah, if they're doing it 24/7 again, if it's like, I don't know, once a week or something, sure, fine. That's like, that's normal. That's normal in a relationship. But if it's every day, nah, I'm good. But I'm gonna put it on a bad manageable, because again, that, you know, that is what it is. Hold you to a double standard. Yes, safe, deal breaker. I ain't even doing it. Energy drinks, definitely a good thing. Yay, energy drinks, buddies. I like my energy drinks, so I'm gonna just put it in definitely a good thing. Golf player / fan. A golf player? That's kind of sick, you know. I think that's kind of a good thing. Being a fan honestly doesn't matter. I'm not a fan of golf, but being a golf player is kind of cool. No, you know what? No, this is kind of a good thing, because maybe once I get into golf, this could be a good thing. So yeah. A cheerleader doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter. Battle Royale games, definitely a good thing. Gamer, plays BRs, amazing. Xbox gamer, again, like, it doesn't matter what console there are. I'll just put it on kind of a good thing, though, because they're not a PlayStation gamer. And I'll put a PlayStation gamer, good thing. There we go. PC gamer, yes, definitely good. I love how, like, it gets so, like, boom. Sports video games, definitely a good thing. Soccer, yep, no. A football fan, I know they said soccer there, but a football fan / player. Sorry, a football player / fan. Dub. Automatic dub. Now, I'm assuming this is American football. Doesn't really matter. Baseball player doesn't really matter. Hockey doesn't really matter. Trust issues. Ooh, this is a tricky one, because I have a lot of trust issues. So this is a tricky one. Actually don't think I don't think it. I agree with not awful, because I feel like it's kind of a good thing to have trust issues at the beginning, or just in general. Like, it's. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I think it's good to be wary of people. And it's just good to be wary of people. Yeah, like you can show them a lot of trust, but then they can just go ahead and like just change over like a few weeks or months, and it's crazy. So I'm gonna say it's not awful. War video games doesn't really matter. Doesn't understand simple pop culture references. I don't think that's not awful. I think it's kind of funny if they don't, because then you can just come up with like funny arguments. It becomes so difficult because there's so many POVs you can take things from. Yeah. Honestly, there's a lot of context that is needed in this, but yeah. What's up, Jess? Yeah, I don't think this is... Honestly, this doesn't really matter, to be honest. This really doesn't matter. Yo, Yusuf, thank you for the confetti. Appreciate it. This doesn't really matter to me. Controlling is a deal breaker. Like, 100%. That's... Yeah, nah, GG's if you're controlling. Very secretive. Deal breaker. Doesn't respect boundaries. Deal breaker. Doesn't like when you're with friends. Deal breaker. Constantly puts you down. Deal breaker. Won't try your hobbies. I don't think that's awful. Because, like, if I'm a football fan, I'm not going to force someone to play football if they don't like football. Or if I like a video game, I'm not going to force them to play a video game, you know? So, like, no, this is not awful at all. No, this is definitely not awful. Extremely indecisive. I'm quite indecisive myself, so I don't think this really matters that much. It's not... I want to say it's awful. Smokers a deal breaker? Yeah, I can't stand smokers. 2 reasons. One, I have asthma. Second is that I just hate the smell. Yusuf, thank you so much for the freaking hand heart, cap, and rose as well. How's that, Max? Let me just have bad but manageable. What? Being extremely indecisive? My worst is when I have to order food or pick a restaurant. I'm so indecisive. I'm gonna say not awful. No motivation in life. Again, context matters here a lot. Like, it matters a lot. It matters a lot. I'm gonna say it's bad but manageable. Car fanatic. I think that's kind of a good thing. Horror movies. Doesn't really matter. I'm not into my movies that much, so it doesn't really matter. What's iFunny? Am I a boomer for not knowing what iFunny is? Oh, Yusuf, thank you for the little crown. What's up, Rum? What the hell is... the hell is iFunny? iFunny, the best memes, videos, gifs, and funny pics in one place. I did not even know this website existed. Doesn't really matter. I don't... Sure. Doesn't matter. A Twitter user. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, being honest, it really doesn't matter if you're a Twitter user or not. Has a very specific coffee. No, that's I think that's kind of a good thing, weirdly enough. If you have a very specific coffee order, I think that's kind of cool. I like it when people have their own unique orders to drinks. I think that's kind of a cool thing. I don't know why. It's something I was like, oh shit, okay, cool. Yeah, I kind of like that. DC fans, kind of a cool thing because they're into superheroes. Marvel fans, definitely a good thing. Harry Potter fan. I used to be a very big Harry Potter fan growing up, but now I've just phased out of it, so it doesn't really matter to me. Star Wars fan, again, grew up loving Star Wars, but doesn't really matter. Lord of the Rings fans, I've never watched Lord of the Rings, but again, doesn't really matter. Band kid. Doesn't matter. There's a lot of really doesn't matter to me. I don't know if that's a good thing, guys. Is that a good thing? Favorite response is I don't care. Ooh. This can get jarring, you know. This can get jarring. I kind of do it sometimes. I won't lie. I'm guilty of doing it. So let's say, for example, I don't know. I'm trying to arrange a date, and then the other response is I don't really care where we go. That annoys me sometimes. But it's not awful in terms of I get what you mean by I don't care, as in like you really don't mind. But it does kill the mood. It's a very annoying message to receive. What's up, blood? So I'm gonna give this a bad but manageable. It's not a deal breaker. Not a deal breaker, you know? So yeah, it is what it is. What if I don't know bothered? Hey Viz, you should play X Define if you've not. I did it last stream, Victor. I enjoyed it. I might give it a go this stream, but we'll see. I might play Valorant instead because I'm kind of annoyed with how my last Valorant game went. So I want to see if I can actually get better at it. You know, it is what it is. What I want to see here. Overly quirky. I think it's not awful, right? I feel like it's not an awful thing. Doesn't really matter. Trying to get a no 5. Do I play F1? No, I'm not into F1. TikTok user. I think that's a good thing. Always needs a new iPhone. That's a kind of a wait. What do you mean? Always needs a new iPhone? As in needs the new iPhone when it drops, or as in they break their iPhones every time, so they need a new one to replace the iPhone. It depends which one we're talking about. Like always needs to buy the new gen. Then it's bad but manageable. But if it's like they're constantly breaking it, then it's a deal breaker. Then I'm like, bro, you can't handle your phone like a wagwan. It's bad but manageable. Types in all lowercase. That doesn't really matter. Does this annoy anyone? This really... I mean, the thing I see is that if you type in lowercase, you're most likely on your desktop or laptop. When you type with caps, you're most likely on your phone. So it doesn't really matter to me. Yo, Yusuf, thank you for the confetti again. Like, bro, Yusuf, it's calm. Makes TikToks, doesn't really matter. That's kind of cool. Well, you know what? It depends on the TikToks. Quotes TikToks IRL. Wait, what do you mean by that? Are we talking about like trends, like band for band? Fuck that. We can go M for M. Or is that like? Would that be a TikTok quote? Or is that a lyric? What's a TikTok quote? What would be a TikTok quote? No, but wait, I need an example of a TikTok quote. Because aren't like song trends kind of quotes TikToks IRLs? What would be a quote from TikTok? Oh, is it when you just watch one specific TikTok? Show it to me, Rachel. Oh. I don't think that's that awful, to be honest. I don't think it's that deep. Because it's the same way as like almost quoting a TV show or like whatever. Love, bro, I gotta go. Keep up the great work. Yo, Yusuf, thank you so much for the gifts and stuff. Appreciate you. Also sent 16 roses at the end. Absolute legend. Appreciate you. Hope you have a freaking sick day. And enjoy work. Thank you so much. Absolute legend. I'm gonna say this is not awful. This isn't like that deep. Isn't that deep? What is ROTC? What does this mean? Let me Google this. What does this mean? Reverse Officers Training Corps. What? I have no clue what this means. I'm so confused. What's up, Sam? I'm just gonna put this on. You know what? We'll skip this one because I don't know what that one is. Disrespects animals. Nah, GG. If you disrespect animals, yeah, a deal breaker. Straight black coffee. Doesn't matter. Something I will never have, but it doesn't matter. Subpar hygiene. Yeah, nah. GG's. Deal breaker. Nicknames like Bay. I actually hate like saying babe, like all that. So I think it's bad, but almost manageable. Like I'll tell them I hate it, fix this up, or GG's. Always talking about exes, deal breaker. Anime fanatic, definitely a good thing. Pepsi, doesn't really matter. Favorite holiday does that mean their favorite holiday is Christmas? Doesn't really matter if that is what it is. Favorite holiday is Halloween. This kind of, I don't know why, this kind of is like, This kind of is like,
It's Yusuf just needed to show love.
Yo! Yusuf was on Twitch as well with 100 bits. It's Yusuf just needed to show love on Twitch too. Yo, thank you so much for the 100 bits.
Yeah, this is bad but manageable. I don't know why. This is weird. Favorite holiday that. Cola. I'm hoping it means Coke, a cola, not just straight up Coke. You know. Well, we're gonna assume it's the drink Coke, but it doesn't really matter. Dr. Pepper. Not awful. I hate Dr. Pepper. But I'm gonna put it under not awful because it's not my thing to thing. Root beer. You know what? These are just choices for drinks. It doesn't matter. Natural color. Hey, doesn't matter. Unnatural. Doesn't matter. Parents track their location. I don't think that matters. Because it's just to keep them safe, I guess, right? I don't think that's that deep. Is that deep for people in chat? Nah, I don't think that doesn't matter. Gold digger, deal breaker. Believes. Wait, astrology is about. Wait, let me just confirm. This is about like. Wait, what is astrology? Is it based on like star signs? Is this based on star signs? Is this based on like? Wait, what is astrology based on? Is this based on star signs? If it is, it's kind of a deal breaker. So if they constantly like, if they constantly tell me like, oh, by the way, this wasn't meant to happen because you're a star sign, or you suck at this because you're a star sign, or you're good at this because you're a star sign, I'll lose my head. I'll be like, no, I can't deal with that. It's a deal breaker. So I'm on the verge of, nah, you know what? It's a deal breaker. I can't deal with that. Believes rocks or crystals have powers. You do you, but kind of a deal breaker. Religious doesn't really matter. No, it doesn't really matter. Vans, I'm assuming the shoes doesn't really matter. Sneaker or shoe collection, I think that's I kind of like that. Good thing. Vegan doesn't really matter. Addicted to the gym, doesn't really matter. Stuffed animals. Or they're into toys. Doesn't matter. Weed, deal breaker. Alcohol. Don't want them to be an alcoholic. So put this under not awful. Foot fetish. Because I'm doing this the opposite way. Deal breaker.
Caspo96 just cheered 500 bits. I actually gotta go now.
500 bits, Casper. What do we think of Tottenham? Shit! What do we think of shit? Tottenham! Thank you. Yo, Casper, thank you so much for... Oh, Yusuf, thank you so much for the 500 bits. Bro, you do not need to do all the gifts on TikTok and then go over to Twitch and do it as well, but I appreciate you. Thank you for the 500 bits, 100 bits, the galaxies, all of that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The dirty white Air Forces. Doesn't really matter. All black Air Forces. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Always wears a hat or beanie. Doesn't really matter. Posting to story while leaving you undelivered. Bad but manageable. Mullet. I mean, wait, if my girl had a mullet. Not awful. Bowl cut. Kind of a deal breaker. Middle part hair. What does this even mean? Middle part hair. What the hell does this even mean? What's this, a bank? What does this mean? Somebody explain. I really don't know where to put this. Doesn't really matter. Rock. Oh, yeah, it doesn't really matter then. Okay. Rock, metal, or... I mean, doesn't really matter. Any type of rap fan. I mean, I'm kind of into rap, so good thing. Pop music, good thing. Country music fan, doesn't really matter. Bad at driving, doesn't really matter. Anger issues, deal breaker. Uggs, doesn't matter. Gaslighting, yeah, deal breaker. Salt and vinegar chips, doesn't really matter. This thing, skip. Oh, that's it, we're done. Oh, chat, we're done with our tier list of red flags. Damn. So wait. So we have got the most in doesn't really matter. 39% doesn't really matter. Got 9% each on both greens, on definitely a good thing and kind of a good thing. Not awful, 11%. 8% on bad but manageable, but then 23% on deal breakers. I feel like smoking, attraction to serial killers, pick me boys or girls, in or out relationship, only text you at night, disrespects their own parents, they're cheating in the past, guilt tripping, holds you to double standard, controlling, very secretive, doesn't respect boundaries, doesn't like when you're with friends, constantly puts you down, disrespects animals, subpar hygiene, always talking about exes, gold diggers, believes in astrology, believes rocks or crystals have powers, weed, foot fetish, bowl cut, anger issues, and gaslighting. Actually, I feel like I would change this, but I feel that's fine. I feel like... Chat, what do you think of my list? Some people have it more to the side. Most naturally people have it... Ah, okay. Got you. Solid? Solid list. There we go. There's my... there's the red flags thing. I want to try and find more of these live ones. These live ones are cool because you can see the actual... You can see what other people have done. Oh, wait. You can see total results. Yeah, so again... Wait, there's... So the total addicted to gym, PC, game, and horror movies, those three things are the most like green, and the rest are just all over the shop. Fair. Looks decent. Cool. Well, that's that done.